my mom spent $25,000 on a fortune teller to find love. So I screamed at her, no one wants you. Am I the a-hole? This might be a bit messy because my brain is still in shambles from what I just learned, but I'm trying to just make this all understandable. We're off to a great start.
You always know it's good when it starts like that.
So 3 years ago, my 21 female, mom, 47 male, split from my dad, 53 male. Good decision, really. Me and my siblings, who are 17 gender fluid and 14 male, were honestly relieved to have him out of the house for a variety of reasons that are not essential to the story. Around that time, our mom told me and my older sibling that she had been in love with a teacher from the school that I went to, and my siblings still attend for 9 years, 12 by now. We will call him G. Because he knows how to hit that G spot.
Oh, goodness.
Honestly, he's great. Both me and my sibling encouraged her in pursuing a new relationship, and they actually started writing emails back and forth.
That's cute.
That's so cute. Old people writing emails to each other. It went semi-well for a while, but she started to become impatient. I don't even know how else to describe it, but to me and my sibling, it felt like a descent into legit madness. She is sort of a compulsive liar, and over the course of a year, she started to come up with more and more outrageous white lies and plans in order to get close to G. It was the only thing she could talk about. Girl needs a hobby. I didn't mind it in the beginning, and I tried to be supportive, but her entire mood started depending on those emails. She was either sulking and pity-parting for herself if he took a while to respond, or she was scheming how to get him into her life the way she wants him to be.
Red flags.
Red flag city. Six flags right here. I'm talking hours and hours of running the same circles with her and discussing nothing else until late into the night, to the point where me and my siblings were trying to manage all her emotions. It was unbearable, and it started to freak us out. We were barely recognizing our mother anymore. G wasn't all too comfortable either. Apparently, after little over a year, he sent her a message that basically shot down any further contact.
I have a feeling this is not going to end well, Sam.
I think she's going to go bad.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought when I heard about it was, oh, how am I going to get her to cope? It was then that I learned that in love is not the right way to describe what my mom is feeling. She is obsessed with this man, stalker level, foaming at the mouth, obsessed. And for months, I spent every second that I was alone with her going over the words of this last goddamn email, listening to her theories and speculations and whatnot.
Ugh.
It got better after a while when I managed to establish some boundaries. But my mom fell into a borderline depression then, and I felt guilty for abandoning her with her feelings. Still, I thought she was getting over him. She thought.
We always thought.
Why are you thinking? Stop thinking.
Yes, turn that brain off.
A few months ago, the big change happened. Apparently, a woman out of G's social circle called our home and told her that he has feelings for her, but he is worried about his integrity as a teacher, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
So he's into it. I was shocked when she told me because I would have bet on a restraining order over a confession. When I say it was like a shark smelling blood in the water, I am not exaggerating. There were the plans again, the theories, the obsession. She even memorized his schedule to run into him, and she wanted me to help. She semi-blackmailed me / bribed me into an agreement and then held my inaction over my head all the time, expecting me to come up with a perfect plan for her.
She's like, hey, you're a teenager, right? Get all your teenager friends in a Scooby-Doo van together to solve the mystery of why he doesn't love me.
I think I'll solve the case.
Yeah.
He just doesn't love you. No matter how much I tried to argue with her and hold her back, I could have tried stopping a moving train and it would have been more successful. All that is relevant about this, though, is that she sent G another lengthy email that was just, God, I don't want to say pathetic, but it was. I really want to read this email.
Me too.
Release the email.
Release it.
Today, then, my sibling tells me she saw an email in our mother's inbox from a woman that calls herself a spiritual therapist or some basically saying she is a medium. We know that because my sibling remembered her name and we Googled it. I had such a bad feeling about this, but my gut was screaming at me like never before, so I logged into her email address from my phone. She once gave me her password in case she forgets it. And there were messages with this guru lady going back all the way to when G dumped her. When I read those emails, I was shaking so hard, I almost dropped my phone. Almost $25,000 for this fake bitch to connect with G's subconscious. She spent decades paying off her mortgage with my dad. She cries to us about having money issues to the point where my 14-year-old brother had qualms about asking her for a new school backpack because he felt guilty. God, I am so livid just thinking about it. And the best part, the phone call from G's acquaintance wasn't real. It was what that doctor told her. No! I found literal quotes in the emails of things my mom told me the woman in the phone call told her, but it was all that money-hungry scammer. On one hand, I am so angry at my mom for doing this, but I also have extreme pity for her. This guru took advantage of a desperate, vulnerable state and is stringing her along with costing my mom thousands of dollars. What my mother needs is actual effing therapy. I am completely at my wit's end, but I know this can't keep going. Anyone who can give me advice, please do. It feels like the floor just dropped out from underneath me, and I am scared of what will happen next. So the TLDR, my mother is obsessed with a man, and when he shot her down, I just found out she turned to a guru. She is about $25,000 in debt on a minimum wage job with 2 kids to support. Help. So the question is, what should OP do? And also, have any of you ever had experiences with the clairvoyance? And do you even believe in that? And have you ever had any experiences that would either cause you to believe in it or cause you to definitively not believe in it?
Definitely drop your supernatural stories below.
Drop
I want to
it
see those
right now. Tippy tap in those comments. But John, what do you think? Like, what should OP do?
I think the mom needs a specialist to be able to sit down and like figure out what's going on here. Cause like, I have no idea where to begin on a diagnosis or whatever, but maybe a professional could give her a diagnosis, and along with that, what could be done to help her understand and see why this is so insane and why she shouldn't do this. You know what I mean?
It is freaking insane. And what annoys me is like these like fake psychics, like they prey on people. But maybe there's a few clairvoyants in the mix that are actually legit. That's actually where I'd love to store some stories from the OK gang. Like, have you had experiences with fake psychics, with real psychics? We want to know your stories.
My friends are furious at me after I saved a girl's life. They're mad because of how I administered first aid. Am I the a-hole? So this happened the other day. I, 23 male, was at a pool party at my best friend Greg's house. There was also a slip and slide setup and people were using it, having fun. My friend Amy used it and screamed.
Good scream, John. Good scream. Good scream.
The whole party turns to her and she's clutching her chest. There is blood pouring out of her hand. Oh my God. Okay, so turns out she had slid over a rock on the slip and slide and cut herself. That is, oh. So I'm in nursing school, so I run over and ask to see the cut. She pulls her hand away and I see that it doesn't look too serious, but it definitely does need some attention.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
yeah,
goodness gracious. It needs a little special attention from your boy. So I walk Amy into the house and I grab the first aid kit. I pause for a second and ask her if she's okay with me helping her with this or if she wants to do it herself because of where the cut is. If you catch my drift.
Where's the cut, John?
On a booby.
Booby.
Wow,
God, this is the most like sophomoric episode ever.
Just like dumb young bro energy we've ever
That's what we are.
Exuded. And she says, "No, I trust you and I want your help." So we go into the bathroom.
Oh, you go into the bathroom. Oh, baby.
I look at it more closely to make sure it isn't more serious. I put some Neosporin on it and I bandage it up nicely. Amy thanks me and we go back outside. A couple women come up to Amy and ask if she's okay. And one of them, Sarah, gives me a dirty look and they kind of lead her away. I go back to where I was sitting and Greg sits next to me and he says, "Yo, some people are talking some shit out here about you."
What they talking?
I did my best to defend you, but I figured you should know that they were talking shit about you helping Amy.
Wait, the only guy like down to bandage up this lady and he's getting the shit. What, like let her bleed out?
Let her die in peace. You know what I mean? Just let it go like Elsa.
Let it go like Elsa. This show was sponsored by your sweet, sexy ass.
If you support our Patreon, you'll get one long, hard, extra bonus episode every week.
I'm talking 3 juicy stories right into those ear holes.
You'll get ad-free episodes. I'm talking all of those ads completely off. All natural.
Not to mention, we'll do it together, live, in front of a camera. With Assholes Anonymous, you'll get a chance to talk to us directly and maybe be featured on the YouTube channel.
Wait, say, but not like that. Like, the fans get to share their stories with us and other fans, and we get to talk about it, right?
And then we'll moon each other at the end.
Oh, God.
So if you want all that axe ass, support your boys at patreon.com/OKOP show.
That's patreon.com/OKOP show. I asked him what he meant, and he told me that Sarah was saying that it was creepy how I, quote, sprung into action when I saw an opportunity to play with a boob, end quote. Oh, man.
What?
And a few of the other women and one guy agreed, and they were making fun of me. I was pretty upset about that, but I didn't want to make a scene, so I just ignored it for the time being.
Yo, that's so whack.
Later that day, I was sitting by the fire pit, and Sarah was sitting across from me, and nobody else was around the area. So I asked her why she was making fun of me for helping Amy. She said, well, I guess that was a little mean of me. Like, I'm sorry that I did that, but I thought it was kind of weird how you just saw her boob was hurt and then you ran up to her and insisted on helping. I know you're in nursing school, but I think you should let a girl handle it.
He's literally in nursing school, bro. He's literally being paid to do shit like this.
Well, Sarah adds at the end, we all know first aid too.
Then why didn't you spring into action, huh?
I thanked her for her apology, and I don't like confrontation, so I just said, all right, I guess I'll keep that in mind from now on. So, Sam, there is an update, and I think we get a little bit more closure. But
juicy?
How it's? I think it's might have a little juice, maybe a little milk. But how are you feeling so far? What? Give me what's your assessment right now? How are you feeling? And let me know, everyone, in the comments.
Ridiculous. I mean, like if Amy agreed to have him care for her, then that end of story, right?
I think that's, yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I would love to hear the update. Like, what's actually going on here?
That's right.
I would also like to hear if anyone in the audience has ever had an injury on one of their more sensitive areas, and how that was taken care of.
So I called Amy. Got some more info. I asked her how the cut was healing. She said that it was healing well and that she was keeping an eye on it. And then I asked her if she knew about the things that Sarah and the others had said about me and what Sarah had said at the fire pit. Turns out Amy had no idea. Curious. She said the other women were asking her if she was okay and what happened and all that, but she assumed they were just worried about the injury, not my helping her. And Amy was absolutely pissed and went to the friend group chat and tore the people that were talking shit a whole new booty hole, especially Sarah.
Good. 'Cause that's such a dick move to like OP was trying to do something nice, and for the friend group to turn it into something weird is like not cool.
Sarah and the others apologized to me in the group chat, but Amy kept going and said that I shouldn't accept their apologies because they sat back and talked shit on the one person who stepped up and helped her. Amy also asked Greg not to invite Sarah to the next pool party, and Greg readily agreed. A few of the others tried to say that was too far, but Amy just told them to shut the F up and do something next time someone's hurt instead of sitting on their big old booties and insulting me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have 2 questions for everyone, Sam. I want all of you beautiful viewers of this. I want to know, do you think OP was the a-hole for, helping? But B, maybe is Amy being an a-hole here? Is her retaliation
too much
over the line? Sam, I will pass it to you. What do you think here? What are you thinking?
Well, I think telling Sarah that what she did is not cool is important.
Totally.
Not inviting her maybe is a little bit too much, because she's probably I think Sarah, it seems like, was just doing it as a joke, not being serious necessarily, but it is a kind of a dick move. So I would say, hey, Sarah, that wasn't nice of you. You know, this person, OP, is doing something like actually kind. What did you do? And you know, I want better behavior from you at the next pool party. That's kind of what I would approach it. I wouldn't like not invite her forever.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm trying to empathize and put myself in Amy's shoes, it's not really that necessary to, you know, go that hard. But maybe also Sarah is just kind of like not a good, you know,
maybe Sarah's just
cool
a dick,
friend.
and this is this is representative of other behavior.
I got my useless assistant fired. I don't really care. I had to secure that bag. Am I the a-hole? So I know how this sounds, but please read before you judge. Too late, OP.
Too late. We judge, then read, and then we judge again.
Yeah. I, 30 male, worked at my current employer for the last 3 years. Last year, March of 2020, I received a promotion to project manager. In the beginning, everything went well, but in the last month, I've been getting more and more negative feedback. I did not understand what was going on or why people were becoming so negative about me. I'm losing clients, and several colleagues were really upset with me.
Why? Well, is there something going around the water cooler?
I started talking to my manager and my department head about following courses, getting monthly feedback to perform better. I just wanted to live up to the promotion I received. I felt like I was failing. Then a friend/colleague, 27 female of mine, came to me angry and demanded that I apologize for what I said. I was really confused.
What did OP say?
And asked why she was so upset with me. She explained that she received an email where I was basically blaming her for the issues that I was dealing with. I was at a loss, and I explained that I never sent out that email and asked if she could show me.
We're like Scooby-Dooing this. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Well, she did it, and it had my name, my send address, and everything seemed like the email was from me, but I never sent it. Then it clicked with me. My assistant, 39 female, has access to my email and has the ability to send emails as me.
But why? What's the motive?
She's also the only one that has those rights. I was flabbergasted, and so much started to make sense. She was next in line for my job and did not receive the promotion.
Oh, and so she's trying to sabotage.
I checked all her sent mail on her PC when she was out for lunch and saw dozens of emails sent as if it was me.
Yeah, you're ruining relationships with these people. That's terrible.
An email still open on her screen showed my email address and a written message to clients with misinformation, passive aggressiveness, and straight up lies. These were sent out under my name.
Oh my God.
I took screenshots and sent them to myself, then went to my manager and the head of my department. They were pissed.
I mean, I can't imagine. Why wouldn't you be?
She was fired that same day. I was relieved and all of my colleagues were informed. I thought I was completely in the right here, but some people at work are complaining that I violated company policy for snooping on her PC and violating her privacy.
Wait, what?
Her privacy was violated. My boss and direct colleagues have my back, but the people that knew her, she has worked here since 2011 and I've only been here since 2018, say that I went too far. Apparently, she's a single mother with 2 kids and needed this job.
Well, maybe she shouldn't have tried to sabotage you.
I also need this job, and she was more than willing to sacrifice me for her benefit. I don't see how I could be in the wrong for defending myself. Maybe I'm just too close to the situation. Did I go too far by going on her PC? There is an update, but Sam, ladies and gentlemen watching, what do we think?
I mean, going on someone else's computer is like kind
Generally
of bad.
not great, yeah.
Like, I think he had enough evidence with the email that was sent from her already. Obviously, the assistant is the a-hole, but I think OP is a little bit of the a-hole for snooping.
They just let me know that they're holding a meeting to clarify what exactly happened. They were catching on to the people that weren't happy about her being fired, and they want to resolve any issues before they start taking root. I'll update once the meeting is over. Update number Number 2, meeting took about an hour and a half. And after that, I was in and out of talks with colleagues and other people. It was poorly explained what she was doing and has done to me and the company. The attitude towards me noticeably changed in a positive direction, with a lot of people apologizing to me and explaining they've known her for years, were friends with her, and could not imagine she actually did something like this. Honestly, I'm happy it ended this way. HR and my boss really had my back here and preemptively handled to avoid any lingering negative activity. Nothing but praise for them. I've requested some time off, which was approved, and I'll be home for a week starting next week. Per my request/advice, they are going to revise or at least look at the company policy regarding access to other people's emails and other security issues that I've noticed. It'll probably be the last update for now. I might make an update post if anything else significant happens. Thank you all again.
Well, I'm glad it kind of all worked out for OP.
Yeah, OP definitely deserved to be basically have their name cleared.
And actually, we've talked about like firing stories before, and there's a comment from Rachel Hatchett 8389 about her firing story, and says, I was working at a nursing home when my already super abusive boss was in a bad mood, I assume, ran up on me from across the kitchen after I turned and said something to a coworker. He flew upon me, was inches from my face, screaming at me, asking, what was that? And what did you say? Backing me up further and further as he did so, basically trying to fight me. Keep in mind that this was not only in front of multiple other staff members, but also in front of all the residents. To top everything off, I was also 3 months pregnant, and he knew this. I was eventually ushered into administration offices for my own safety. No, he was not fired for another 2 years.
Whoa.
Crazy. Dude, people be wilding out of these jobs. I mean, we love hearing your stories about all of the crazy that happens in your life. If you have a firing story, either you got fired, someone else was fired, or you fired someone, put your answers in the comments below. We want to hear your comments. We love hearing your stories. If you want us to read them, publicly subscribe, and we just might do it.
See you on the next one.